You gonna ask me questions?
Yeah,
Ooh.
how you gonna do it? Just you roll through. Just introduce yourself. Just introduce
Hold
yourself.
on. Let me get it. This is gonna get me in my zone. This me. Shout out on my sons and my daughters. Diamonds on my cross, holy water. My name is Dutchess. I am from North Carolina, and I'm the owner of Pretty and Ink.
B Supreme had the opportunity to sit down with Dutchess of Ink and a couple of her family members to discuss entrepreneurship and how she's used it to get her to the point where she is today.
What's up? My name is RJ Lattimore. I'm Dutchess' little brother. I've been watching her from childhood, growing up. She always loved art, always loved painting. She went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride, and she was a business marketing major, and she was a minor in graphic art. And we didn't think she was going to be a tattoo artist, but she actually moved to New York, followed her dreams, and put in her work from the beginning. And we actually see the effects of how her hard work has flourished today with the first shot, Pretty and Ink, and the following she has gained and all the hard work she put in to gain a fan base in art and just not TV.
We met a couple years ago, long before she was even starting her TV life, and we actually ended up having a mutual friend who was working with her when the shop first opened, and I just moved down here from New York myself, and the mutual friend, who's also a tattoo artist, he said, oh, this guy could come work for the shop with you, and ever since then I've been there probably a month after they opened up the first shop.
I am probably the most famous black female tattoo artist in the United States, which is a big burden to bear, but it's something that I have fallen in love with and that I appreciate. And having the opportunity to have your own business and to build your own brand, it's like having your own child. I don't have any kids, but Pretty and Ink is like my kid because I get to nurture it, I get to birth it. Like, this is the new shop, completely different space than what we were in before. And now I'm at the beginning phases of getting this to fruition from where I have birthed it here. Now we have the physical space. Now we gotta just graduate it to the next level so that people can see all the hard work that we trying to put into the place, what it comes down to. So I think that entrepreneurship is important because people can take everything from you. Your house can be taken from you if you don't pay your taxes. Your car can be taken from you if you don't pay your car note. Your kids can be taken from you if you don't take care of them. Like, everything that we have in life can be taken away from us except for our mental capacity. So, like, entrepreneurship is like what that embodies for me. As long as you have the mental capacity to like create, you can always create something. A hustle, a grind, a business, a product, just something that people can help build your financial stability with. So for me, I think that entrepreneurship it's like my air almost, because I don't see how I could work for anybody else after being an entrepreneur. Like, once you get a taste of that, you know how like people say when you get a taste of that blood, once you get a taste of that blood, you want it for yourself. You don't want to go in and commit to building somebody else's dream, making them wealthy, creating their financial stability long term. You get to the point where you feel like, dang, why am I not doing this for myself? So I think that's something that a lot of people don't have the experience of appreciating, only because they don't step out on faith just to try it. If you just had a side hustle, like, that's a form of entrepreneurship. People don't look at it as that, but that's what it is. I think it's important that we instill the concept of entrepreneurship in kids, especially young ages. Like for me, I can't really say a sense of entrepreneurship, but I guess I kind of can. Like I was a Girl Scout. We sold Girl Scout cookies when we want to go camping or do trips and stuff. And like as an adult, I can remember like wanting to get them cookies. Like you'd be like, I gotta sell X amount of cookies so we can be able to go to this trip, or I gotta sell this amount of cookies to be able to do this. Like when you teach your kids those type of qualities, it helps them understand how to set those standards in their own life. And that's a form of entrepreneurship. You might have a kid that want a lemonade stand. You might have, it's this one little girl on Instagram who can braid, and I'm talking about she can braid better than some adults. Like that's a hustle, that's a grind. And once you teach that level of hustle and grind at a young age, like you fiend for it, you think about it, you think about it in your dreams, you eat, drink, sleep, like it is your life force. So I think that it's very important that entrepreneurship is something that we instill in people. And it really doesn't have an age limit. A lot of people feel like they're too old to be an entrepreneur or they're too old to follow their dreams. It's a lady somewhere, probably in a nursing home, that can crochet. She could sell those blankets. That's entrepreneurship. Like we don't understand how to trivialize entrepreneurship so we can maximize our potential. Like you might have a really simple product or a really simple service that you can offer, but how you maximize its potential is what determines the value, not the fact that it's just this small. It actually could grow into something that could be really, really monumental to where you have franchises of that service, that product, that business. And I think that if you just step out, like the first thing is to just try it. And once you try it, you're gonna just continue with doing it to the point where you see people that work careers, have full-time jobs. On the side, they do their dream, their hustle, their grind. And eventually, once they put the same amount of passion they do into those things as they did into work, they start seeing that maybe I don't need work anymore. Maybe I can just live my dream and actually be financially stable off of your dream. Like that's something that you'll never feel like you have a day of work, and that's kind of like how my life is. Everything I do is work, but it really don't seem like work. Like right now I'm in the shop. When I leave here, I'm gonna go to the radio station and pre-record my radio show. Like that stuff, it just don't seem like work because I actually enjoy doing it. So make sure that whatever you decide as far as your entrepreneurship goal is involved with something that you are passionate about, that you really want to do, because then it won't seem like work. It'll just come natural to you. Entrepreneurship is something that you just have to take the first step. Once you take the first step, you'll naturally know your next step. But the biggest part of it and the hardest part of it is taking the first step. I think the first step is the thing that a lot of people are afraid. They allow their fear to keep them from making their first step. But I challenge everybody for whatever your dream could be. It could be creating a new hobby for yourself. It could be creating a new business. It could be taking a trip somewhere you've never been. It could be something very trivial, something monumental, whatever it is. Set a realistic goal, and actually do it. Do one thing each day that gets you closer to it till you get it done. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as every day you do something to get you closer to it. And that's my spiel on entrepreneurship. It's your girl, Dutchess of Ink.